Oh yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah, we are.
We've been live this whole time. What's up, everyone? How long have we been live? What did we say? I don't know what I said or didn't say. Shoot, how long were we live for? Was that
Still
like, are we talking 30 seconds, 2 minutes?
just a little bit of time there, you know. You gotta start with
Okay.
a good song, really. So,
Listen,
yeah.
for those of you who don't know, Bomb and I, we were jamming to some of the classics, the N64 classics. If anyone ever played Diddy Kong Racing, which is the game on his screen right now, it had such a great soundtrack. Some of those courses, like, I don't know if, man, we could just jam all day to some Ancient Lake, Fossil
So
Canyon,
good.
and the rest of those things, baby. That is some good stuff. Uh-oh, looks like I've gone blurry. Let me try to fix that real quick. But we got a lot to talk about. Like we always say, we've got a lot to talk about today. A lot of exciting stuff. I want to hear from you guys. How are you guys doing? We got CH in the house. BDE is here. Hassan, Piff. It's a good crowd today. We got some good peeps here. Oh, we got Burb here. Hello, Burb, Paw Chain. All some good shout outs right there. Turbo's in the house. What's going on, Turbo? Yeah, some exciting stuff. I was doing a little bit of a note on that. The crypto market as a whole is doing some pretty cool stuff. It's pretty exciting. Who here listened to any chip tunes? What do you think, Bomb? Do you know any chip tunes?
I've never heard of chip tunes. I mean,
we can check that out.
We'll
So
check
here's
this out.
what we're gonna cover some stuff today. We got the poll results to cover. I got it written on the board over to my right. We got some of the market sentiment we're gonna talk about, partnership announcements, some gaming rewards, and then we're going to hit over to what's next. We're also going to share some stuff. I saw some pretty cool stuff happen. I think was it on Thursday? And I got a little something there to share. I don't know if anyone else picked up on it. Bomb, I think you did.
I did.
We'll dive into some things in just a second that are pretty exciting things. But first of all, Bomb, how are you doing?
You know, I'm doing pretty good, Finn. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I might be losing some eyesight though. You're seeming a little blurry to me. But that.
Oh boy. Yeah,
we gotta reset that right there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's calibrate. Let me get the little ring light here. See if we can get.
That's probably what it is. But
yeah,
overall,
ring light action.
Week has been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
That's good.
It's been pretty good. You know, I should have been posting more on Twitter. But we went for a 2-mile run yesterday, prepping for December, signing up today for the actual date. So, yeah, you know, just slow, steady improvements. Been biking every day, staying on a diet as much as I can. But there you are. Now I can see your beautiful face right there.
Yeah, I needed to get the ring light because the light, it's like, are you part of the background? Are you not?
I love that.
Just, you know. When you've got such a plain face, it just blurs into the wall in the background, apparently. But, yeah, someone's saying, Finn, you look blurry, you're fading away. It's like when you wake up in the morning. Sorry about that. But all better now. So you've been doing well with your workouts. That's good to hear. Are you tracking your journey? Is it now like is it where you want it to be for the time of the year that it is and when you're trying to hit your goals?
No idea, to be honest. I'm just gonna. Here's the thing. I would I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm just moving and like doing something, trying to do something every day. But like, I don't know what it looks like in terms of, hey, you have a half marathon in December. This is what you should be doing weekly to prepare for that. And I don't know what that looks like. So for me, it's just running, biking, and I got to start lifting a little, like at least once a week. But right now it's just, I'm biking and I'm running and walking, and I'm just like,
I didn't know you bike. Where do you bike to?
It's a stationary bike, and I'm just hitting the stationary bike and just cycle.
That's actually really good to do until you get to a point, because if you do it too soon where you just start running, it can place a lot of strain and stress on your joints and muscles if you're not used to that. Like, if that's not something that you do. So the biking, I mean, I know you're active, but the biking is really good until you get into like that hey, I'm in that general area of like I'm used to that, and then now I can kind of start to saunter a little bit or do
Yep.
some incline treatment and all that good stuff. That's
We,
exciting. So, do
yeah,
you feel better? Is it been like
it's
a good thing so
it's
far?
100%. This last week has been great. My run yesterday, I went for a 2 mile run. Average was 9:50, 9:55 for my
Under
splits.
10 minutes now,
So yeah,
buddy.
hey guys, there was a time where there's no way I was running a 10-minute mile. So the fact that I did two, and there's hills where I'm at, so it's like it's a little bit more of a incline decline kind of a thing. So yeah, so far pretty good. But other than that, Doge Dash, I got to start playing that some more. But I did play it a few days. But yeah, got to do some
Yeah.
more of that.
Oh boy. So now let's dive into a couple of things. We had the final results, like we said on the last stream that we would do. We would get the poll going to separate the tie, right, between the two top answers. It was no, there's some music just jumped in
Yeah,
there.
but I'm thinking
Uh,
some background music. What are our thoughts on that? Should we put a little bit of background music? I don't know what we should do, but
yeah, I mean, if let's let them ask them if they want some background music or if they just want the music.
yeah, I don't.
I don't
It's
know.
a great
I'm
question.
good with either one.
Okay.
But I think that's a pretty big deal that you're doing that. I think that's exciting. So when you guys see the video that we're gonna film via the poll, it's
Hmm.
basically gonna show like you're gonna see less of Bomb.
That's
You
true.
know,
Which I'm
but
sorry.
you're gonna see more. You're gonna see more of Bomb in the video, but you're gonna see less of him in the video at the same time.
That's so
Because the
true.
last time I think they just saw me on the other side of the camera. They didn't see a whole lot of you. But
Yeah.
now they're not gonna see a whole lot of you because you're gonna be, exercising and trimming down like you are.
That's the plan.
But oh boy. So we've got that going on, and we are going to be doing as y'all wanted us to do. The majority said they wanted gifts for kids. So the game show will have to wait until another time, but we're going to be giving gifts to the children, which
I
we're
love
pretty
that.
excited about. So if you have anything that you want us to do or see in that, or like what kind of kids we, kind of target, or like what area, because I'm curious like what you want that to look like too, Bomb. Which, I mean, if you keep dashing like that, we're not going to be able to give anything out to anyone because
Guys.
you're gonna have no money left. All right, here we go. CH saying music. BD saying music as well. Bring the
Shoot.
vibes.
Done.
We've got to be vibing there.
We might need
So
to.
we're gonna be doing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go.
I was gonna say we
Just
might
gonna
need
say-
to change it off of this music because I don't know if this is technically copyrighted. So.
Oh, that's facts. We'll probably get dinged in our little. We'll get demonetized. Oh no. Oh boy. We were set up for such great things until that happened. That's too bad. But yeah, we'll bring the music, bring the vibes, and we'll bring that video is going to be coming later this year. Gifts for kids. You guys voted for that for the Triple H Fund. 2 weeks ago, we topped up the fund. We added, I think it was either 5,000 or 6,000 more Hello tokens into that wallet, which, Bomb, I don't even know what you're looking
I'm
at.
trying to get some. I'm trying to get some background music here.
Okay, well that sounds good. I mean, overall market sentiment is really positive right now in the crypto space. Obviously, we had the presidential debate in the States. For those of you who are stateside, we had that going on earlier this week. That was Tuesday. So ever since then, there's been some actually increased crypto market sentiment, it seems like, around that time, which has been pretty cool to see. Bitcoin crossed 60,000 again.
Let's go.
Which is really, really exciting. I mean, if you're into any of these projects like we're into Hello, obviously you are awful at this game now.
I don't know if it's lag or what, bro. But this is like things are not jumping when I'm jumping. I'm gonna try the controller.
Sorry, guys. If you want to watch Bomb for how to, not do the course now, that's probably the best course of action.
It's true.
But obviously, Hello has had a pretty good little jump. I also mentioned we got someone here from Paw. I mentioned Paw earlier had a heck of a week. So congrats to the Paw community. Paw is going to be on season 2 of Killer Whales, which we're already talking about projects for season 3. I think you guys noticed one of the events that they just had. They got one of the projects, the winner. I watched the short little clip of the winner that's going to be on season 3. They're already looking at season 3, season 2's in post-production. Nathan said earlier today.
Wow.
He gave some cool updates. So if you guys haven't checked those out already in the Telegram, Nathan provided some updates in the Telegram of some cool things that have happened recently, which, again, gameplay, new levels, we still have that. And I noticed something on Hello.1 that Bomb actually shared with me that I hadn't noticed prior to Bomb sharing with me, because it was like not announced at all, but like is really cool. But then like I'm seeing in this gameplay, it's also not live yet.
Did somebody see anything? That's maybe the question, you know?
Let's lead with that. Like, did anyone else see anything on the site? Because I don't want to, like, I don't know.
What was that? What was that? That was that. Oh my gosh.
Okay, you got to do the delayed jump on
Guys,
that one.
I'm just.
So you jump on the snowman, and then you do the delayed jump.
I think
where you do the late jump.
I think I'm just getting old, is what it is.
I mean, first I was looking blurry, so maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my.
So you're so here's what you're gonna do when you get to this spot right here, which you're coming up on. You're gonna do a normal first jump off the snowman.
Yeah.
And then do the delayed jump.
No, that's what. This is new. This is new.
So that's the norm. Yes, it is new. You got to do a normal jump off the snowman like you typically would, and then you do the delayed jump off the fish so that you can reach the next bird.
This is new, though.
Because otherwise, you won't reach the bird. If you're too scared about doing that thing, you can just jump over the snowman and stay on ground level and not get the coins, and then you can jump over the 3 birds.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just jump through that.
No. We're going to do it right here. We're going to do it right here. Why is there a second jump, though? What? That's so confusing and difficult.
Well, you
like,
wanted it to get more difficult there, Bomb, so there you have it.
It's fair.
Well done, team. We got it. We did it.
Yes.
Okay, so has anyone seen this thing? Because we don't want to drop, like, I just was on the Hello.1 site, and I was like, oh, cool, they updated the website. There's this new, what was it, news tab?
Yeah.
Where they can see the news, and even Nathan, I saw on the Telegram, he was like, oh, like, you can check out the news and, like, what's latest there.
That's what I did.
So we checked it out, and there's definitely something new there that has not been shared with other people, but like it was live on Thursday and Friday. I don't know if it's still live.
Let's see.
I'm looking at the gameplay and I see that it hasn't changed, but look it up. Is it there? Oh, that's interesting. So I don't think it is there now. Oh no, I have straight up have it on my screen over here because I was like, oh, what are things to talk about today? So yesterday, I'm like compiling all the things to do. It was yesterday and Thursday. And like, I pull up all the stuff that we're going to like reference. So I have it on my screen, but apparently it's no longer on the site. So I think we should probably hold off on that. But I guess something cool coming there with the stuff. So awesome job, team. With some of that stuff. Well, that's something less to talk about, but
it's okay. It's okay.
Something for sure cool there, which I kind of like the idea that they just put it out there.
Yep.
And like people had the opportunity to see, like they hadn't announced it. It was just like on the news tab.
Great partnership, though.
Yeah. So let's talk about the partnerships. There's 2 partnerships recently. You got Supra, which they had the event where they got the project for season 3 upcoming, and then they just got the other partnership that they just announced there as well. So yeah, I would definitely check out the news tab recently right here. Of course, Mom is showing you hello.1 /news. That is where you can see like all the articles about all the recent announcements. And so for anyone like, oh, hey, what has Hello done recently? News is the best tab for that. Like, look at that. Look at, ever since they did the Hello Arcade Round 1, look at all the updates.
Right. There's just a ton.
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on.
It's so cool to see all this stuff. Like, this is awesome. I think, too, again, people don't realize that, like, there are a ton of partners that we have partnered with, right? It is just consistently getting bigger and bigger, which is super exciting. I think that's an ad that's playing in the background for some reason.
I think so. Yeah.
That's weird. But yeah, it's so neat to see how many partners they have, and it just feels like they continuously keep on growing and growing, and that's just awesome to see.
Okay, I have a question because I still have the article pulled up over here. I mean, that's something we don't share, right? Because I just want to confirm.
I think, yeah. I mean, I would just leave it. I mean, if you saw it, you saw it, which is great. And I think other people saw it, and that's fantastic. And it's a little, I think Hello doing that is like a cool, maybe a little nugget. You know, it's like, hey, check this out. You got to be prepared.
Do we talk about it? Do we share it, or is it like something where it's like, oh, it was a nugget that was? I feel like it. I mean, it was on the site. I don't know. Like, is that something we can share? Bomb. This is up to you. If you're saying other people saw it, did other people?
If anybody saw it, say it, and we'll share it. You know what I mean?
But if nobody else saw it, if it was literally just Bomb and I, then we're not going to share it. But
yeah,
like
I talked with somebody in Telegram I thought that saw it. I think I did, and they saw, but I'm not 100% positive on. Oh no, that's the early jump. I almost died there.
Okay. Well,
we'll just put a pin in it
for now.
Yeah,
we're gonna put a pin in that until potentially sharing that if other people have actually seen it and talked about it already, because we don't want to be late to the party, but we also don't want to arrive before the party starts.
Exactly.
Because that's not cool as well. All right, we got Virtual Dave saying share, but CH is saying I have the article too. I saw it. Okay, well, I mean, if
what was it referencing?
Oh, good call. You're auditing CH. I gotta say, CH is really good about the news.
Yes.
If you see, if you haven't followed CH on X or Twitter, Twitter or X, it's the really good account to follow there. CH is often posing like questions in future, like hey, and tagging Sander, and oftentimes the team will respond right there to CH about kind of what's upcoming from Hello. So definitely follow CH if you haven't already, and we can kind of go from there. So CH, really quick, Virtual Dave it's not still there, and it also CH is not in reference to ICP. It's something else. So it's no longer public on the site, Virtual Dave. It was on Thursday and Friday. So I was prepping. I think it was on Friday as well. But as we were prepping for the stream, I was like, hey, like, what is latest? And so we were like on the Hello site. Bomb and I were talking about like, hey, what's the format? What are we going to talk about? And this was obviously something that I was like, oh, cool. Like, we should definitely stream. But I don't know now because as we checked it this morning from Bomb's computer, it wasn't there. And I still had the article pulled up. So I was like, hey, is this actually on still or is it off? Should we talk about that? So am I blurring again?
You're blurring, and it's okay. You know, sometimes you blur, and that's okay. And that's what threw me off on my gaming, and that's why I died. But it's okay, guys. Don't worry about it.
All right. So let's see. So we got Freddy Bear here in the house as well. Piff, just in Virtual Dave saying, did they contact you to not say it? No, the team is great. No. Where they like it. If like there's nuggets or anything like that, they're typically pretty great. I mean, I guess if like we haven't checked our socials, maybe they have reached out.
Maybe they have.
Started, and they're like, no, don't do that. Here, let me just check that really quick.
But
I think we're typically.
Here's what I do want to bring up. Hans, okay. I haven't seen in this chat yet, and I think this is very important to see. Hans made a post, and I honestly did not see it because I've been trying to work out more and get off social media, which is terrible. I need to find a healthy balance, and I haven't. But here's something he posted, and this is something very important here. Right here, Hans is posting. Where was this post exactly in referencing to? I think. No, wait. It was a reply, I think, to something else.
Reply. Okay.
And I thought he said something else here. Let me. Oh, it was in Discord.
What did he say? Is he like saying that you guys are related?
Yeah. Is he his little brother or his big brother? Right here, posting this.
Oh.
This right here. I mean, I would like to think I'm as good looking as Sander here. You know, like shoot.
I mean that could be. So, would you answer if there was in fact any relation? Is that why you don't have your name on the thing? It's Baum instead of your last name being the same as Sanders. I mean that.
You know, here's the thing. I see some similarities here.
Okay.
But I think it might be a little too far apart. But I'm not going to say anything else. But shoot,
Ooh,
yeah.
Boy. All right. So that might be. Maybe that's the announcement. Who knows? Maybe that's what the entire article was about.
What is going on with the hair here, though? I mean, we could have paused it at a different time, really, couldn't we have?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
All right, so
that's great.
Son saying it's about gaming updates. Are we just guessing? Are you guys just like throwing out things until you actually get to the destination? Because we had like ICP, what else? It could be gaming updates, what else? It could be about killer whales coming out. Is that the next one we're gonna do? So if anyone actually knows, yeah, we need like a little bit of meat there. Because I feel like if anyone had actually seen it, they would know and they would say in the chat.
Yep.
But I don't think anyone knows. So for the time being,
I love this
we are going to have to hold off for right now. Virtual Dave, the crazy thing about NDAs, so I thought about this recently and I did some research on this. So NDAs, if people ask if you've signed an NDA and you actually have signed an NDA, and this is in no way in reference to Hello. This is actually a different case that like I was researching about a higher up in the government type thing. It was an interesting case and I was kind of interested in it. But basically, if you sign an NDA, you are to say, even if someone asks you if you signed an NDA, you're to say, I have not signed an NDA. And the reason you're supposed to say that is if you answer anything other than no, they automatically know the right answer. Which, think about that.
Oh, so wait, are you then legally obligated to say no?
Yes, you are supposed to say no. Because if people ask you and you say
that's true,
you'll typically say, if I have signed an NDA, I wouldn't be allowed to tell you. Well, then they know the answer,
right?
Otherwise, if you haven't signed it, you're just gonna say, yeah, I've not signed.
I heard that's something in the States, right? That like yes. I think there was yeah. I didn't look into that. Yeah, but yeah,
I think it's interesting. So as a response to anything, whenever you're posed with that, like, have you signed an NDA? You're supposed to say no, regardless of the circumstances, because either A, you actually haven't signed it, or B, you have signed it, but any answer other than no will indicate that you have in fact executed the NDA. So anyway, thought that was interesting. I don't know if anyone else cares. But there you go.
I think this is really cool. Sorry, I'm diving into this the ICP or partnership here. I think we talked about this in season 1, and I think they're already doing it for season 2. But for season 3, they talk about those who achieve a perfect score, 5 out of 5 from the whales, receive invaluable mentorship from them, a comprehensive promotional package valued at $1.5 million to accelerate the growth of the winning projects. So that granted from a combined effort from CoinMarketCap, Casper, Hacken, and Hello Labs, ensuring project winners garner significant attention. That's massive. Like that is.
I will say that's good that they're adding that in addition to the invaluable mentorship, because I think what a lot of people were saying for the first season is it's kind of impossible to quantify. Like, how do you quantify the value of mentorship? Like, how many phone calls are you on? How many Zooms? How much are they actually like leaning into the business? And that was the thing that was always advertised by the deep voiced like narrator before every show. The money can't buy mentorship is what they're gonna earn, which is invaluable. Well, you can't really control that to some degree.
Right.
But what you can control is like, hey, these are our partners that are signed on, and this is what we're going to do with each project that gets the 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I think there was the one thing with RAN and FX1, right?
Right.
And they're like, I remember FX1, like, I think it was on like X or something. They're like, Still waiting for that call, Ran. Like, because he said, I'm going to take you guys under my wing and give you mentorship. And, like, again, they didn't get a 5 out of 5, but but, like, I think that drew attention to the fact that, like, hey, how do we ensure the victors that get this or they're promised this by the judges, or, like, how are the judges, like, what is their responsibility afterwards for all projects that are given the 5 out of 5? Like, is it 3 1-hour phone calls?
Right.
And that's the mentorship, and that's their what they're signing on to do. I think they're definitely doing a much better job in season 2 of, like, hey, the concept is good. Now let's refine it a little bit and get it, like, more quantifiable for the projects that are on and really what they're going to be able to get as a result.
Yeah. No, I'm stoked that they're doing that, because it's like, yeah, you're actually getting, like, a lot from it. Not only just, like, but not only that, but I think that now the judges have a little bit more, like, oh, if I'm saying swim for this project, I'm, like, gonna be involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is good. I think that should be I think that's great. So
yeah,
that's pretty good.
And very, very detailed, very cool kind of description of everything that means, which I think, again, they're doing a better job rather than just announcing a partnership to where everyone's kind of like, cool, like, what does that mean, kind of a thing. They're spelling out exactly what that means, what the partner's responsibility is going to be, because previously I think it was like, so and so has joined us as an official search partner, and it's like,
right,
cool, like, can I sign my aunt up and my uncle for, like, an official search partner? Like, what does that mean? And now it's like, yeah, it's not just the name. Here's everything that they're doing that, like, we can truly correlate. Because I think when you just have a partnership and you don't spell it out, you get what happened with, like, the Universal and the Sony, like, is it a licensing agreement for the music? Does it mean, like, they're actually, like, partnering with you to where you're using the studio? Like, what does this partnership mean? And what is it going to mean for Hello? I think now it's cool to see that that's, like, really detailed and it's spelled out for everyone that's really an investor and a long-term holder in Hello as a project. So very, very cool. And if you've noticed recently with the more recent partners that they've gotten, the pockets are deep, very, very deep. And I think that's something that, especially in crypto, there can always be that, hey, what happens if X, Y, and Z takes place in the market? Is this still going to be around? Is this still going to be feasible? But it's like, when you're partnered with people with deep pockets and not just, like, these killer whale judges that are very well known, but they don't necessarily have the same investment into Hello, they're building out the world in the best possible way. They're not starting with the leaves, they're starting with the soil, and I think that's important. You want to start with the end in mind, but you don't want to build too quickly to where the tower's a little unstable.
Right.
So,
and I think a quick props to Sander for doing that. Like, he's going after it, like, going from show to show, traveling every location, and I mean, what is this one? This one was in Korea, I think, back in August, and then this one, I don't remember where this one took place. Singapore. Yeah, like, it feels like every place that Sander goes, he's leaving with, like, a partnership or, like, something, right?
That's an excellent point.
Which is fantastic. Like,
and let's be real, that's not easy to do. I
mean,
Bomb and I are both in sales, and, like, yeah, you want to network, you want to get out there. It is one thing to, like, make first contact with some people in large organizations.
Right.
It's entirely a different story to put pen to paper and actually sign on these huge partnerships and these massive financial commitments by these organizations at the same time. So I think that's a great shout out there, Bomb.
Yeah.
I like that. I think some people were kind of, like, a little bit uncertain about, like, hey, Paul's jumping back as CEO now, Sanders back in as CEO. Like, what is that going to mean? Well, if this is what that means, and Paul's able to focus on the creative and Sanders doing this, like, week in, week out, I don't know how anyone could be, like, disappointed with that. That's exciting stuff.
Yeah. Let's get... Yeah, you
all right, we got
read
some
it.
good comments here. Yeah, so we got people making guesses, and I gotta tell you guys, the guesses are some are poking around the dartboard, like they're hitting the holes in the wall, like painting the picture, but they're missing the actual dartboard. So we're gonna hold off for right now. I hate to do it, but I feel like if nobody else has seen it, then it's people would see, like, if you type into Telegram like who's the team, and Bomb and I are on there as like pillars. If we're the only ones that have seen it, to me it's like no one else outside of like anyone associated with the team has seen it. So we should probably hold off for right now.
And the thing is yeah, no need to cause unwarranted hype. That's why it's like I mean, like, I'm all for hype, and I think we need to hype when stuff is ready to go. And maybe it was an accidental thing when they updated for the news, and so like if it wasn't ready, it wasn't ready. So
that's fair.
Yeah. So
we're looking out, Nathan.
Yeah.
If that was, I don't know, whoever that was, but Nathan or Kevin, if you're on, or Tim, we hope to see you sometime.
Obviously.
Well, we love you, Tim. So yeah, we'll
Hello Spaces.
They're moving forward with a lot of cool stuff, which is
honestly
is neat.
And
they're doing different spheres. Like, obviously we've seen the gaming, we know what they're doing with in post-production with Killer Whales. Now they're doing the spaces. What I kind of like to see is they're not overly doing it, though. With like, here's 9 different things that we're doing for the promotion of the show. It's like,
slow and steady.
These 3 broad media categories and then scale from there. They've got the Hello Spaces, which is going to grab like the community, get involvement from other communities. They've got the media side, they've got the gaming side, and they're slowly scaling those 3 to where they're debuting around the same time, which is cool. All right, so we've got, let's see, CH is saying, Maurice, head of Web3, told me this morning that Hello Spaces has big news coming soon. What kind of impact do you think Hello Spaces will have for the project? Great question. Personally, what I think for Hello Spaces is it's a great free marketing, almost like free in most cases, marketing and engagement for Hello that I think they were missing when they weren't missing when they did like the Killer Whale spaces, but there was not enough tie-in to Hello and tie-in to the Hello community.
Yeah.
And I think that was missing when they did it the first go around with the Killer Whale spaces. What I like is that they're now doing it from the Hello branding side, which personally, and this is something Bomb and I were talking, and what we did like share with the team, like our thoughts on this were that like the team needs like a weekly show. They need a weekly show. They need to be like, even if it's a rotating thing. So you got Maurice one week, you got Sandra the next week, and they hop on and they talk to the community and like, hey, here's what we're excited that we're working on. Like that kind of an engagement, because it's awesome when we see these things drop like out of nowhere. But I know the community wants their cake and they want to eat it too, right? They want to have things released without like this endless hype, which Hello's great about doing. But they also like want to have that engagement where they can talk to the team, see the team, all this kind of stuff, which we feel as community members as well. Like we like to see both of those things. And so it's neat that they're adding that to their arsenal. I think it can be done right, and it can be done, I don't want to say wrong, but it can be done in a very positive, like, this is going to be huge for Hello and the Hello community, and it can be done in a way that doesn't encapsulate that as much as it could. I think what they need to make sure, and this is the feedback that we are giving, is the community needs to be involved in these Hello spaces. It can't just be like, oh, we're talking to these judges are interacting, and you guys can kind of just sit and like watch as an audience member. Like,
right.
No, it needs to be engaging. People need to be able to dialogue with all of the judges, like they're in the room with them. It needs to be really connecting for the community, because that's what the Hello community, I feel like, wants to see. If that differs from what you guys think it should be, let me know, because I'd be happy to pass that along as well. But like, that's our thought and feedback. Like when we were seeing like the Killer Whale stuff happening, it was kind of like, oh, and one lucky person will be able to ask a question. It's like, let's make it a little bit more engaging, to where like more people can have this dialogue, I get it if it was like a world leader was on the space and it was like one lucky person can ask a question there, but like these are crypto influencers that like the community is often dialoguing with them anyway on their
Yeah.
own posts and on their own threads. Like let's bring more of those people together in that.
I think, but as that door opens, we gotta be smart as a community with it. Like, if that door is open and there's like, hey, let's have some discussion and some questions. Have good questions. Don't like raise your hand and be like, hey, when's Paul's hair gel coming out again? Like, like that's just.
I was wondering if you were gonna call yourself.
I mean, yeah. I back in the day, a couple years ago, that was my only question every single time, and it was like, why? Why would they even call? Like, and I was trying to get votes for it, and it's like that's just stupid, right? Like now it's more like if we have a question, come prepared with a good question. Like, hello spaces, what does this look like? Who are we going to be able to communicate with? What is that like? You got to actually have some good questions here. And I don't, because once the door is open to that, we need to be able to, as a community, really, really step up and do that too. Because that's just going to help more people flood into Hello and be like, oh, it's a solid community. They're asking good questions. People are engaged and good things are happening. So
I couldn't agree more. And I got to say, Bomb, the caterpillar has become the butterfly.
Thank you. Look at that. It's flying high today,
Oh, watch me fly. Okay.
That. I mean, there's
a beautiful sentiment. Also pulling from a personal area of growth.
Exactly.
It's like the Bomb's butterfly show over here. He's getting in great shape. He's being very intuitive about this area of growth for himself and the community as a whole. Like, man, I'm just like,
yep.
I would just be an audience member for all of that. That was great stuff. CH saying good thoughts, appreciate it. And I think that was more in reference to you, Bomb, than anything else. That was great. I love that.
It's the hope. Virtual Dave said Nathan mentioned it. Did he get in trouble for that? I don't know what he really mentioned. I don't think so. Here's the thing about Hello that I love. I feel like, again, they have so much that they have that they can like start sending stuff out, and sometimes I think, again, I don't know what happened or if accidentally it was. My thought is that it might have accidentally been left on the website when they were releasing the news. Yeah, and I think it was just like, oh, that was actually accidentally left there, and we can't do it. So, or not that we can't do it. I think it might be like ready, but they're spacing it out a little bit, so it's like update after update after update, which I'm all for, and I think it's great. So, yeah, I don't think it's necessarily in trouble. I think maybe it might have been like a web development like issue, as maybe they were testing something out and it accidentally got left on there, which is totally fine. They fixed it, and if they're going to do it next week or whenever, totally fine for it. I think it's great. So
the article's ready to go too, so it's not like it's lacking for copy.
Right. So yeah, I thought it's great, and I'm excited. So yeah, I don't think Nathan has been fantastic. I'm going to be honest, the team from like a month ago, I've seen like month or two, I don't know exactly when, but has been significantly improved in my opinion. Like their responses, what they're saying, how they're getting community engagement, super stoked about it. And we need to, again, as a community, continue to like use that and push it. So
yeah, have you seen the Labs Talk tab there too?
The what?
They have on the main site, the Labs Talk.
I have never seen this actually.
Yeah, so they've added a lot of cool things that like I hadn't seen previously. That like check out the website update. They're pretty cool there. So I think definitely the team is. It's not like they've just put out something and they're like, yeah, we're gonna update it in like 9 years maybe, like when we do this. But like they're updating things constantly.
Yeah.
They're adding partnerships constantly. If you're looking at like other projects that are doing what Hello is doing and where those are sitting at in terms of the market cap, it's a little bit different. So I'm excited for what that potential looks like, obviously. But what I have to say is if they can round this out with true token utility, which we're not there yet. I know some people are like, oh yeah, we're there, or like there is token utility. From what people really want to see from like the token having that value and not truly being like a meme marketing tool that has all these cool partnerships with influencers and CoinMarketCap, the utility and what they've said is coming, because they said they're going to announce more utility that they're excited to announce. That hasn't been announced in the same way that, like, once that utility is sitting in place, I feel like that's the last thing that's missing from this entire ecosystem. And I think strategically, they're likely waiting to announce that utility until it's truly ready to go. So they're not dropping something that isn't ready, and you're not going to get to experience that utility for another couple of months. They're waiting until it's active. As we know from said article, it's like, yeah, if we're just not ready, like it's ready to go, but if it's too close to the announcement of the ICP partnership, we're going to hold off a little bit and maybe announce it early next week, sort of thing. So, yeah, and CH is asking, Sander replied to my page and said that he's going to token 2049. Thoughts on that? I'll let you take that bomb. I'm talking a little bit too much.
Yeah, no. And then he said maybe it's another big event. It looks like Blockchain Life 2024, maybe. Either one, I think he, again, the way you look at how he's been doing events is like, I feel like he's getting oh, this one's in Dubai. Yeah, it feels like he's getting a partnership every single place that he goes to, and I think it's fantastic. So, I mean,
that's obviously a huge event. So,
yeah,
like, as you guys could see from like last year, and I think even the year before, that was attended by Sander as well. I could be wrong on that. So, obviously, not at that. But it's I think it's huge that we're going to all these places. We have invites. Oftentimes, we're on stage.
Yep.
For like all of these huge events, and when you're talking about getting partnerships, it is not as difficult as it was the first time around. The first time around, when there was not a concept that was proven, the show didn't come out. There were like 4 other projects that were also trying to do the same kinds of similar shows, and like it's harder to get big names and good people than it is after, hey, the quality separates us, like we're in a league of our own. Now when we go to those shows, people are like, oh, I know what Killer Whales is. You know, maybe I haven't heard about Hello just yet, but now I'm hearing about Hello, and I'm seeing, you know, Killer Whales at the same time. I think it's a different level of ease that we didn't have before for getting judges, getting KOLs, getting, you know, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I think that's huge to answer that. CH saying more partnerships will be coming. Yeah, ditto with everything that we were just talking about there. I think it would be very difficult at this stage to not get partnerships. So, yeah. excited for that. Without that article, I think it would be helpful to talk about the gaming rewards. If you want to go over to gaming rewards again, I'm trying to reference the little outline we had for today. The article was a big one, I'm just going to be honest, that we were going to talk about today. But we're not going to talk about that today.
Right here. Look at this. That's massive rewards, really. I don't see your name here, Finn. I'm not going to lie.
So I haven't jumped on the leaderboard just yet, but
I'm way down
as
here.
Nathan put in the Telegram this morning, he said he was listing all the recent accomplishments of the Hello team, and he said, oh, and how could I forget Finn crossed 7,000 games. If you see that
7,000 games. Look at you go.
7,000 dashes. I think, hang on, let me see what I'm at right now. I think it's like 7,020 or something. So yes, I will definitely be playing and get on the leaderboard because the rewards right now are just too juicy to ignore.
So true.
I mean,
if I could win, I'd be. Let me just play again real quick here, folks.
Like the rewards are crazy right now. Like if you have a 3x, you can go to the inventory and buy the ×5 ability. That's like number 1 to do. And then if you play, you're basically spending 16 tokens per dash, and you should end up at right around 85,000 to 86,000 on elite level, beating all of the levels and getting the 10% bonus from completing all 10 levels. If you have to restart once, it's going to be like 5 tokens in addition, so it will be 21 instead of 16.
Bingo!
Basically your entry fee. Nicely done, Bomb. So if that's the case, if you beat it with 16 tokens, if you look at the current score, the top 10 typically ends around, I want to say like 250,000, right?
Sure.
So all you need to do is play 3 times. If you're good at this game on Elite, play 3 times with the 3x and again, I know a lot of people don't have 3x's. I know it's more 2x's that a lot of people hold, but still, it's pretty darn close. I think you have to play like just one more game. But if you have a 2x or a 3x and you get that ability and you're good at the game and you're winning, you are getting hundreds of tokens per day in Hello.
Which is fantastic.
Again, it might be like $4 right now that you're earning, or $4.50 per day. But if you look at not even where we were at before, but half of our all-time high of where we were at, you're banking in like $35 a day doing this.
Dude,
you look at the all-time high, it's like $60, $70 that you're pulling in a day.
It's pretty great.
And again, our all-time high was only, what was the market cap? Like 200 million, something like that. That was like what we touched that all-time high. Doge Dash with just the game back in the day, I think we hit like 300 million in the last bull run. So when we hit this bull run, and dude, it's gonna print millionaires, I think, like this next bull run. So just be ready, guys. It's gonna get crazy, and it's not gonna get crazy slowly. I think the slow part we've already endured. I think from here on out, it doesn't get crazy slowly. I think we've reestablished our levels here, and as people are like, okay, governments are just printing money, I think crypto makes more sense. As we have younger investors coming in, that if you look at the numbers of like the amount of the population that is invested in crypto, it is the large institutions like BlackRock now and all of those, and then your younger millennial and younger crowd. Those are the people that are investing in crypto. So as more millennials, more Gen Zers enter into the crypto market, it's only going to increase, right? The traditional like financial institutions and methods of investment, it's going to flow more so to crypto. Those aren't going to go away, I would imagine, for at least not a while. But most of the younger generation, like if you talk to anyone about crypto that's like under 30, they are very well versed, or at least know about cryptos, or hey, I know this crypto or that crypto. If you ask anyone about crypto that's like over 50, the majority of people are like, oh, is that Bitcoin? Is that like Bitcoin? And that's even changing at that level. So
yeah,
it's gonna get bigger, and this next bull run, it's gonna happen pretty fast, I think. So we'll see. Bob, what are your thoughts on that?
I love it. I'm just stoked for the future of this still. I still think it's great. Hello World, right? That's going to be at some point coming out too, which I think is really neat. So they just got a lot of stuff in the works, and like it's kind of a bummer because I feel like crypto is just kind of like it's still unknown, and I think it probably will be for the next 2 to 3 months still, just with everything going on here in the US. But I think 2025 is going to be an awesome year. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be great. So get everything ready. That's what I would say. Get everything ready.
Oh, yeah. I have to agree with CMB in the Telegram saying, hello, gonna leave the station this month. I think we're going to be in a good spot in the next 3 months. I think going into Q4 is going to be different. And I told you guys that last year. And what happened? We exploded like crazy, okay? Like, we had a crazy Q4 that I didn't even expect it would be that crazy. I didn't. I said, hey, conservatively, I think it's going to be this, but like, best case scenario within this time frame, I think we're probably going to get around here. It went beyond that. Well, guess what? Now, with these changes, the infrastructure we're building out, I've kind of changed my conservative expectations for this, that I think we can get even more spectacularly higher than we were before. Sorry, that was not grammatically correct, but
I love it.
Like, I think our market cap is like 10 million, right?
Yeah.
It's like 10 million, guys.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
What other project do you know is doing any of this?
Right.
Even closely to this.
It's crazy.
That's not 50 million already. Like, it's crazy. So we got BDE saying, let's get Trump to say no tax in crypto games. Start just talking about crypto this Monday, the 16th. No tax on overtime. It means more buying power. Yeah, I saw something about the no tax on hourly employees, I think it was. On hourly employees, any overtime for hourly employees, no tax on overtime, which, I mean, I would like no tax on overtime for Bomb.
For me.
So that he can keep his, although you're not hourly. So, sorry, Bomb. You don't
I know. It doesn't help me, but it's okay.
All right, Virtual Dave is asking, this is literally the $1 million question. What's your guess for 2025? I'm assuming you're asking about like the market cap or pricing guesses. With how wrong I was, I don't want to say wrong because I was conservative.
Sure.
And it was better than my conservative expectations. So I'd rather be wrong in that direction than tell you guys, oh, it's going to be this. And then it doesn't even get to like a fraction of that. Like, I like to be conservative whenever I say anything so that it at least hits that for anyone I'm being conservative with. But
sure. So with all that being said,
that was a lot of like cliff notes at the beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think for us to get to where we were previously is going to be easily possible with what is now being built out. And if true utility can sweep behind the hype train that comes when this stuff is being released. Because what happened last time is we had all this great marketing, this hype, people were excited about it, they had all heard about it. But there was nothing to buoy it beyond hearing about it and then going, oh, sweet, I've heard about this token, I'm going to buy it. But what does it do? Like, what does it mean? And then it was like, whenever you have any kind of, people taking profits or anything like that, and there's nothing to buoy up the token price with like utility or any reason to, hold beyond just thinking the price might go higher, you're going to have that sell-off. And now if that is corrected, I think we're going to not just outlast that people taking profits once it's gotten to like 100 million or 200 million, but then we're going to have the next push beyond that.
Do you think it is corrected?
Do I think what is corrected?
The token utility.
No, that's what I was saying. I think the last thing to round out the ecosystem is the token utility, because they might say, oh yeah, well, there's a burn mechanism, there's this stuff that's set up, which yes, awesome, that wasn't there before and it's now set up. I think that's great. I think for the true token utility that the community wants to see, it's not there yet. So
what is it?
They've also announced, they've announced that utility is coming and it's going to be announced. And that's what I was saying. I think it's wise to do it that way, because you don't want to announce utility that's not going to be there for another 4 months. And that's when you start to overpromise and underdeliver, and the team does not do that. So they're waiting until the utility is actually in existence to say, hey, this is all the utility that the Hello token does right now, and we're going to look at continuing to add more in the future.
Right.
So I think when that utility piece is built out, and we need to see that, and this has been our advice since Season 1 debuted, it needs to be a more interactive experience with the audience, the Hello token, the judges, and the competition that's like coming on and competing with one another as their projects. If they solve that, we've given suggestions on how that for us as holders can be solved with the show and with certain voting privileges, access to certain VIP rooms that you can actually like, you get certain access that other people aren't getting the access to. Voting for the judges themselves, which I think is a big one. That wasn't like no one cared really about what they were voting for. It was like, hey, this project sucks, but I'm going to give you a swim because I think it can be big. And it's like, well,
great.
If you were actually investing your money into this, you probably wouldn't have invested your money into this. So why did you give them a swim? Now it's changing. You just did the same thing you did.
Bro, guys, I haven't played this game in such a long time, and it clearly shows, and I need to get good at it again, and that means you gotta play it.
I guess. But anyway, that's what I'm saying, like with the utility, I think if they can do those things to where they build it out for the judges, the projects, and the actual community, and they round that out, which we gave suggestions, and again, if the team, we talked at length with the team about those things. You just did it again.
Guys, what am I doing wrong here? Is it you don't jump on the
No, the first snowman, you jump as you normally would, like a normal jump, like that, like you just did there, and you hold it all the way until the next one. Then you do a late jump.
So you don't hit the bird. You don't hit the bird.
I can't remember if it's a bird or a fish.
Oh my gosh.
But the first one you
here, it's definitely
yeah, you just jump and then okay.
It's a really light jump. It's a really light jump then.
That was not how I do it. That is not how I do it.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm freaking.
Awful.
I need to play off stream clearly because this is dog water and I hate this game right now.
You have literally spent.
I've spent like 100 tokens, guys.
If
Hey, play today because the reward pool is practically doubled because Bomb can't do anything right now. Terrible.
BD saying adding staking to the Hello can boost more long-term holders. I think they're trying to stay away from staking right now. That's something that they've been pretty adamant about staying away from staking. Now, there's ways that you can stay away from staking and still reward long-term holders. I think the burn is a good avenue, which probably needs to be a higher percentage if I'm being transparent about like making the burn more valuable. But again, with more people, like more transactions taking place, the market cap getting a lot higher, that's going to accelerate a lot faster. So that's a little caveat right there. But to answer again, Virtual Dave, to go back, what's my guess for 2025? It's really hard to tell because I don't know. I could give my conservative take before we had the first big uptick that we had. Now that we've had that uptick, I think one of the obstacles we're going to have to overcome that we didn't have to overcome when we converted to Hello from Doge Dash, because Doge Dash went up to 300 million, then it went down, and anyone looking at the long-term chart takes note of that. And I think now we have that little bit to overcome that we didn't have before when Hello, you look at the all-time chart, and you only see this progression upwards. You're like, oh, this is crazy. Like, this is awesome. Now when people look at the long-term chart, they're going to see we were here, and for like 9 months, we petered off.
Yeah.
So I think I want to factor that into, because I know if I was looking at a chart, I'd look at the same thing. I might not know everything that we know behind the scenes and what they've done to, better everything. But most people that are seeing this for the first time, they're just going to look at that chart and there's going to be a little bit of a warning bell. And I only know that because I've also talked to people about it, and that's what they've said. They've said, like, this is kind of concerning. Like, clearly there's not a huge, like, wave of support that's happened in between seasons because of this. Now, again, we know the stuff behind the scenes and we know what's been put into it. So for me, it just screams greater opportunity. But I think that is something that's going to have to be overcome. So conservatively, for 2024 through the end of this year, I think I don't want to like say this is what I think is going to happen, and then if it doesn't do that, then you guys are like, oh, disappointed. But I am like super conservative with my outlook. So I think like 2024, I'm like looking for like a 3 to 5x. And I know nobody wants to hear that because they're like, what are you talking about? That's just a fourth of where we were. But I'm like, hey, as an investor that's actually invested in this, like this is what I'm reasonably expecting. Can it go more than that? Absolutely. And I think it has all the tools to do that. But do I think this is like very, if I'm betting on something to have like an 80% chance of success, I want to bet on something that has an 80% chance of success versus something that has a 5% chance of success. So I can tell you guys 10 billion market cap is what I want to try to go after. But if I think that's like a, not as likely as hitting something that's much more likely, I want to tell you guys something that I truly believe myself. So anyway, that's what I think realistically in 2024. 2025 is contingent on them capitalizing on the way that they could in 2024. What I told you guys at the end of last year, why my conservative expectation was that is because I didn't know how the show was going to be received. If the show was really received, like super well. The utility followed behind, and they did all these things to get the community integrated. I think we would have hit 1 billion right then and there, because I think we would have survived that wave or that dip that would have happened from the sell-off, because people would have been like, nope, there's utility. I know that this is going to be bigger because of what they're doing, their partnerships and all this stuff, and that it matters to hold the token. With that, if they can actually put that into place, 2025 could be absolutely insane.
Yep.
It could be crazy. 2024, like, I like to be super conservative. If the show season 2 comes out in that time, Hello Spaces is announced, which I think initially that was also planned for Q4. So I think that's supposed to come out Q4 pretty soon. I don't know if there's been any update to that, but I think if those things are all rolled out, end of 2024 could be really fun going into the holidays. And we need to continue that momentum going into 2025. And then you guys could see absolutely crazy gains. But I like to be conservative. There's stuff that needs to happen before that happens. And there's feedback that needs to be reintegrated, which the team is doing a way better job. They were already great at it. They're doing even a way better job of integrating community feedback into what they're doing. I think Nathan was a great addition to the team, because I think first and foremost, he seems to really get the community, which there was something kind of lacking at that, like, hey, where are we going wrong with this? Or where are we kind of missing this piece? And he's following in behind and doing a great job. Awesome 7-day chart, by the way. I really like that. I like the 7-day chart much more than
I do like the 7-day. Yep. 7 days looking great.
It was to show you, like, the things that they're starting to build as the market is now going in the direction it's going. And check out the community sentiment. It's much greener than it has been, right, as these things are starting to happen. So yeah, I think all that stuff is good stuff. I'll get to comments here. Virtual Dave saying it's just a guess and not holding anything.
It's right. Token 2049. That's where they're going to be. We're joining forces with ICP Hubs at Token 2049 on September 20th. So
yeah, the read all on the thing. So expand.
They're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. That's awesome.
Cool stuff. Yeah. So Virtual Dave, that is my conservative guess for 2024. For 2025, if it, I mean, again, if they do everything we think they can do, plus little nuggets here or there, I think 1 billion is easy to get to, especially in a bull market. Like, realistically, it could get way more fun than that. I only tell other people, like, this is what I'm doing and why I'm doing it this way, because I am a more conservative investor than most people my age. I'm not like, hey, gonna throw 100 grand on this 2 million market cap crypto.
Yeah.
Not that a lot of people, my age are doing that kind of fiscal irresponsibility, but yeah. Like Bomb, have you done that recently?
I've done it a few times and it just didn't pan out. That's why I'm here in this place and not with a green screen and everything hooked up and ready to go. So just so you guys know, that's why helpful. I'm here. Yeah, because
that is helpful.
You win some and you almost. No, let me rephrase that. You lose some and you almost win others. Okay.
Very, very good.
That's where I'm at.
That's what I would say. Virtual Date. Like, I don't want to tell you guys something that I'm not willing to do myself. And some people will say, oh, yeah, I think it's going to do a 20x because they're planning on selling on you on like a 3x or like liquidating a great part of their bag. I think you guys know we don't do that kind of stuff. Like, we share with people. Like, I told people, and it bothered some people, but I told people at the beginning of the year when we had our crazy all-time high, I said, if you've been along for the ride, please take profits. Take some profits on the journey upward, because I want to see people win. I don't want to see people lose that have been along for the ride. And I know if anyone had completely held their entire bag from up here all the way down, they're probably super bummed because they didn't take profits. So I told people when I was taking profits, I'm taking some profits right now. Do I think it can go higher? Yes. But you got to hedge your bets for yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Like, we're in this to win. We're all in this to win. And when you see a 20x happen, take some profits. Don't be dumb, right? And so
Yeah.
whenever we did that, I posted it on X. And again, I got messages from a lot of community members like, why are you others said, "Hey, I changed my family tree and like I was able to pay off all my debt. I was able to put a down payment on a house." Like
Right.
these are real stories that people were sharing with us, and it was like really cool to see that. So
Yeah.
we'll be transparent whenever like things are going up. I'll do it again. I'll say, "Hey guys, as a recommendation to people that have seen a 5x or a 10x or a 20x, take some profits. Don't liquidate your whole bag if you don't want to." Right? We didn't liquidate our whole bag, but we did sell like some of our bag. If you're doing like, "Hey, I'm going to sell 2% or 3% or whatever," take profits so you don't lose, right? You want to make sure you at least lock in a win so you can say, "Hey, if it all went to zero and crypto was just completely gone, at least I would know I 5x'd my money that I put into crypto." Anyway, that's
I
all I
love
will
that.
say on that. I just want you guys to truly win. Even if it means you sell and it reduces the price for us, like we're in this to win.
Here's what I'm
I
gonna
want
say
you
on
guys
all
to
that
know.
real quick. Yeah, I had a buddy who was talking to me about it. He said, "Oh man, I should have sold at the top." And I'm like, "Look, you're always gonna be able to say that, no matter what. And it's like take profits along the way, because that's the bottom line. And I've had my times where I don't, and that's an issue. But bottom line is what we're seeing in Hello right now is like this is neat. I think they've got a much stronger community hold than I think they've ever really had in the past. Maybe Doge for Hello, for Doge Dash, I think it was a little different. But for Hello, I see a really strong community hold in the way they're interacting. It's up to us too, as stuff comes out and continues to come out. We got to be consistent and continue to tell people about it, get it out there, and whatnot. But overall, I'm super stoked for the future of it. I think it's going to be great. But yeah, as it goes up, if as is whatever, as it goes up, if it goes up, yeah, make sure you're taking profits, because it's if it changes your life, it changes your life. Nobody's gonna. I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, you sold," and it's like, well, I just like I'm no longer in debt. Like that's fantastic. Like
And that's the thing too. Like if you have sold and you're selling at a profit, it shows that again you were in this from early on,
right,
right? Like it shows that you've made a good amount from this in order to do this. Those are the people that get rewarded the most in
yeah,
crypto. And Hello's at a spot right now where it doesn't matter what's happened in the past. It doesn't matter like where you should have sold or you should have bought or whatever. Like right now is the opportunity. And
yeah,
so just be aware of the fact that like everyone was thinking, myself included, I should have bought more when it was at this because I knew who was behind it. I knew the team. Yes, was I still dollar cost averaging? But I kind of went, I'm going to kind of wait and see what happens here at this spot to like do more. Do I know the team's great? Do I know all this stuff is great? But, crypto as a whole, I'm not sure. Guess what? When that went up, I was like, well, if I had put this, it would have meant, could have done
yep,
things. So just be aware, like teams, great team. They've actually put together more things than they had in the past. I just be very aware of where we're at right now.
yeah.
Finn's or yeah, Piff saying, "Finn, what about this? I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of any agreements." I think this is in reference to the NDA comment. I would say even to answer with that
See,
typically indicates
yeah,
you have an agreement in place. That was the whole like thing is like if you don't say no, anyone that has an agreement would say something other than no. But if you don't have an agreement, no one would worry about just saying, "Hey, no, I don't have an agreement."
yeah,
Like no one if you just ask someone, "Hey, do you have an NDA with them?" Like you just go, "No, why would I have an NDA with them?" type thing. So
yep.
that's the answer there. BD loving the chart. Virtual Dave saying good answer as long as everything falls into place. Yep, completely agree. And we got a team that can make it happen. So I think conservatively, that's my expectation, even if everything didn't fall into place. But 2025 is where, if that stuff falls into place, it could survive that wave that we didn't survive that first initial wave of hype because we didn't have this stuff built in. We didn't have the utility built out. We didn't have the reason to hold beyond just, oh, I heard the name and I saw the show or I saw this person talking about this, which again, that alone can do some crazy things for us in 2024 alone. What's
Yeah.
up, Audi? I don't know if that's how you say that. It's 80 Audi. Super bullish on Hello. Same here. Hold. Yeah, excited for the future, and I'm sure we're gonna hop on another stream pretty soon to talk about something.
I love that.
Something soon. But until that something, we've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. Bomb, do you have anything else to cover? That was the last thing on the bullet points that I have that we.
Here's one thing. People might be saying, hey, there's no spin the wheel today. Maybe that might be something people are saying, but here's what I will say to you. I have been donating to the Doge Dash reward pool this whole time we've been on. Okay, so play Doge Dash because clearly you can win some tokens right there, and I have given at least a couple hundred already. So I will be doing more of that even after this stream because I feel like there's a little bit of a lag. Probably wrong in making an excuse, but that doesn't matter. We're going to call it what it is, and it's a lag. So yeah, make sure you're playing today because, again, you play one game, you're on the leaderboard, and you're winning tokens. You could literally hit play and do easy and do 3 tokens, and you're getting
at the bottom of the leaderboard or whatever.
You're getting
you claim some credits there.
I know. I will. 3, and you are getting.
There you are.
67.
Yep.
I mean,
look at that.
It's
pretty good exchange
it's
rate
it's
right there.
dumb if you have not done that yet. It's literally 3 for 67 tokens for free every day. I'm talking to myself right now. I don't know why I haven't played this week at least one game and won 1 level.
Well, you don't know that the 100 is actually going to end there, but if it does, yes, then it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get out and play.
100%.
Try to win. Practice. Now's the time. But yeah, other than that, I'm good to call it here, and with some words of wisdom, obviously, and then call it there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's do some words of wisdom. Thanks everyone for hopping on. Virtual Dave saying, I agree, it's matured now. The foundation has been set.
Yep. 100%.
100%. Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
All right,
here we go.
Oh.
Bringing this camera over here. Bingo. Oh wait, let me transition here so you guys can see me. Hi. How we doing? This. I don't know if you guys can hear that dog, but the dog's going a little crazy right now. Here's the words of wisdom for today and this week. People can't drive you crazy if you don't give them the keys.
That's actually a very good quote there.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. It's very similar to, I think it was Eleanor Roosevelt who said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Right? Yeah.
That's true.
But that was much more humor. I like that. That's a good one, Bomb.
Yes. BDE, Bomb, can we get a video of your training journey, your routine, your regiment? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Too.
I should compile a weekly vlog maybe and then do something like that. I think that might be the thing to do, to be honest. So
I like it. You should do that too and record it as a YouTube short and post it on our thing, and you share it to X from there.
Yeah.
So that you can see. Yeah, BD likes it nice and close with Bomb.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about. Hey, Freddy Bear's got the quote right there for you guys if you want to see that. Thanks, Freddy Bear. Bob
Smith. What's up, Bob?
Bob has 1,000 tokens in queue. Bob, we need, after your epic win, we need your address. But I responded to like every comment there with like, you could send it on Telegram, X, Discord, whatever. Like, just send. If you want to put in the chat here, put in the chat, and we can get you 1,000 tokens. But we need your.
I'll tell you right.
Without that.
I'll tell you right now, Bob. There's everybody else pretty much in this chat has probably received tokens from us in the past, so it's not like we're trying to get away from you. Like, just send it to us, and we'll send you some tokens.
I replied to you a couple comments on the thing. I replied to every one of them with the Just all we need is the address. We want to get you. It was an epic win. You earned 1,000 tokens. If you can put it in the chat, I'll take a quick screenshot, then delete it, and it will. I think I can delete comments. Can I?
Regardless, shoot us Telegram, Discord, whatever.
So I can give you whatever platform makes sense without it being like personal platforms.
Yeah.
But like X, Discord, Telegram can do any one of those, or the chat here. So there's one of those four. If any of those make sense, like we can send those over. But we want to get you your 1,000 tokens. Because I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, that was an epic win in that horse race. I mean, we've had some good horse races, some comeback stories, some true underdog victories, but I think Bob did something spectacular, and we need to reward the spectacular with tokens, of course.
Yeah, I love that.
So
we're sending them to the Triple H because we're gonna be doing some gifts for the kiddos.
Bob,
according to the poll.
Do you have the link to our Discord in the video description? I don't use Telegram or Twitter. Hang on, I'll see if the address is still there. I left as a I will look through all the comments. I didn't see one with an address. I still don't. I'm looking through them right now. I see all your comments, but I don't see the one with the address. If you want, I have received about BD saying I've received about 15,000 tokens.
Let's not get into that, folks. I can't do that right now.
He doesn't have the bandwidth
to deal
with the amount of tokens that have been given out. But yeah, one for the ages, Piff, indeed. Oh, did you update the
what?
The thing? Can I edit the description while we're on right now? I can, right?
Yeah, obviously.
I believe that's due. Yeah, let me do that. Here,
do it right now.
Let me just put our Discord in that. So if you wanted to download Discord, you could just do that just for getting the tokens, and then you can remove it. You can do whatever there. What is the link to our Discord? How do you even snag that?
You just you go to the chat, see how we're next. There's like a little invite to server next to every single chat or icon.
Whoa!
Yeah. Baby.
Oh my gosh! Wait, is it create invite? You just do that.
Yeah. You just click it, create invite, and then copy that link and then post it there.
What? All right. Yeah. Okay.
Let's
I
go.
just learned something new, guys. I am technologically not savvy, so I'm gonna have this in our. I'm just going to do link to Discord if you wanted to do that. There you go. Link to Discord is there. Be sure to check that out. It is saved. It is in the video description.
Yep. Bingo.
There we go.
Reach out.
All right. Just all you got to do, you can post it in general. You can reach out via message, like all that stuff. It'd be good there. CH saying good show today, guys. Deuces. Take it easy, CH. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to the next one because I think there's gonna be some stuff to talk about.
That'd be great.
We thought it was gonna be today, but it will be next time, and maybe we'll even do like a mid-week stream or something.
I love that.
Something special, keeping it fresh. But we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your weekend and try to do something this weekend.
True.
Try to do something that would transform the future you into a butterfly from a caterpillar.
Wow. Shoot. I got to get you on the big screen for the words of wisdom next time. Oh my goodness.
Dear. Inspired by you, Bomb. I mean, just all these actions that you're taking to that transformative butterfly that you are. Impressed. I'm seeing you.
Time to spread the wings.
Oh yeah. Seeing you inside the cocoon, ready to emerge as the butterfly that we know you are.
I've been in a cocoon, hashtag hibernation for a while now. So you know me. It's honestly. Let me say this one more thing. I know we're supposed to get off here soon, but I've been bulking the past couple of years. You know, my whole life pretty much. Y'all ain't ready for this cut, dude. Like straight up. You know. gonna be chiseled, okay?
There's lots of things I'm not ready for, and maybe that's one of them. I don't know.
Oh man, yeah. All right.
Guys, good weekend. We'll see you guys later. Take
Have
it
a good
easy.
one. See ya later. Yep. Bye, everybody.